You know, life is full of uncertainties. You know what uncertainties are? Uncertainties like you don't know what's going to happen, right? In an hour, in 2 hours, tomorrow. Nobody actually could tell you what's going to happen in 1 hour. Hmm? So, how could you actually prepare for it? No one knows what's going to happen tomorrow, in a week's time, in a month. That's why life is full of uncertainties. And uncertainties creates fear. We all have fears. And this fear is brought about by just the uncertainties that's just taking place. But see, fear is a decision you make. So most of us, at least I would say majority, we wait for things to happen. We like waiting. So what happened? You ask someone, what happened? What happened to the project? Why was it not done? Oh, I'm waiting for this person to send me this whatever. Oh, I'm waiting for, we'll do it tomorrow. We're always waiting. And waiting is the worst thing. Because when someone is waiting, what does that mean? You will be thinking of uncertainties. You're going to be thinking of the impossibility of things. Because that's what the mind does. You know, you have a monkey here called the mind. It's like a monkey. Have you seen a monkey? You know, those small monkeys, they're just so irritating. And that's your mind would offer you this. But the funny thing with this monkey mind we have, it does not want to do anything that's going to be good for you. True? Good food? No. Exercise? No way. We're busy. We gotta. But it's never busy for 24 series. You know what I mean? Or those today. I mean, you got so many TV. What do you call this? Shows, Games of Thrones. You know what I mean? Just watch it. Another episode. Another episode. We could give time for any nonsense that would never really affect your life. And you could justify the hours you could spend for it. And that's just the power of your mind. And if you cannot discipline this monkey mind you have, you're just going to be totally screwed. You know what I'm saying? So we're going back soon. You know, you've basically came here expecting after VCon you're all going to be successful. Hopefully. But what would I need to change? What would you need to change? What would it take to make that change that you need? So what do we do with the lessons that we've learned? You know, in the old days, they tell, the saints, the movies of the past, they would tell stories. And people would gather in a bonfire because we love listening to stories. And they would be so creative in telling you stories But what was the purpose? What is the purpose for them telling you a story, a tale? To convey a lesson. So many leaders up here told their stories. Is it true? Within those stories, there were lessons to be learned. So when you hear a story, don't get lost in the stories, the detail of the stories. Make sure you get the essence of the story, which is the lesson inside of the stories. Do you understand? The story is not really important. The details of the story, you could retell it and make mistakes on the names and stuff. It's not important as long as you got the lessons. You take home the lessons, not the stories. You have a story to tell as well. What is your story? You have a story. What's your story? Every experiences, there's a story to be learned. There's a lesson to be learned in every experience you have, in every pain experiences, in every things you see, you touch, you taste, you smell. It tells you a story. It tells you a lesson. So most of us, we're very attracted to actors, to movies and stuff. Why? Because it's exciting. Their life is exciting. Why? What makes their life exciting in the movies? There's always obstacles, There's always a bad guy in the movies. The experiences the good guy goes through. It's not easy, right? They go through difficulties. And we get excited watching it because we don't want to go through it. It's easier, it's cheaper just to pay a few rupee to watch the movie, and you're just an audience. Whereas in fact, you also have a very exciting story. So the business we're in, this business we're getting into, or you're getting into, you must go for the ride. Because it's amazing. I was just talking to a young kid today I met. And I didn't realize he was seeing the excitement just watching a few of us dressed the same, going in and out of the hotel with these big cars and there's pickups, and he was just saying, what's going on here, The bellboy of the hotel. He said, what's going on here? What's this happening? So I just told him that we're at Hamdan and there's like 10,000 people. He was asking, what are they doing there? Oh, they're all sitting and wanting to, rewrite their story because they want to be all millionaires. They want to make millions. And so he was asking me, what do you do? I said, well, I teach people how to make $1 million. And he was like, can I join? He said, can I join? What's this? He was so excited. He was willing to give up his job. So I told him, okay, I'll have somebody talk to you. That's a presentation already for me. Who doesn't want to do what we're doing right now? If only they could see. If only they could see what you are seeing. So it's an art. What you're seeing in your mind right now, not everybody sees it. So you wonder sometimes, you want to talk to someone and you just turn them off. You're just trying so hard to show what's in your mind so that they could see. So this is really what we do. The art of being able to translate what I see to someone else in a very short time is really the magic of, your success in networking. How to do that, how to transfer that excitement, to people. How you build that relationship. We're just here in a short time. 5 days, even in our life, is also very short. So how can you cram everything? How can you cram everything and really make it work? What do you need to take home with you when you go home? Because the excitement you're having right now is energy, it's external. Of course, you get the rah-rah, the shouting, you get so excited. But when you go home, because you're very tired from the last 5 days, you sleep, for a week, I guess. By the time you get up, the energy is gone. And all the excuses starts coming in. You know what I mean? I cannot do it. It's not for me. This person is not supporting me. My upline, this, that. And all this negativity starts creeping in. Like a disease. It's really scary and you don't see it. But you don't, and you're being affected by it because you just don't have the energy to go out there. You don't have the courage to go out there and sign people up. Why? Because you just don't have it. You don't have it. You lost it. Somebody sucked it out. People just, negative people just taking. Right now you're with people very positive. They're going up on stage. You see, hey, this is real. And I'm so excited. Then we go back there. We associate with people who are just like zombies. Right? And they've pretty much accepted that this is just me. My life is just this. And you're there, you're saying, no, there's something better than this. And they're upset with you, and you get affected again. You get infected again, and you become like them again. That's why association is very powerful. Who you would be associating with when you go back determines what you're going to be. Is this true? If I associate with criminals, I'll be a criminal. If I associate with druggies, I'll be a druggie. Right? So if you associate with people who's just 9-to-5-ies, you'll be a 9-to-5-e. So when you go back home, how do you how do you change this? Because it's so strong, the thing going on outside. It's just so strong, and you're not that strong. Either you're the one who's going to pull them, or they pull you. That's really what it is. So you cannot just go on with some VCon petrol for the 5 days. Pretty much you got, what do you call this? You refueled in VCon. We all refuel in VCon. That's why VCon is great. Even the founders come to VCon every time, not just to see your beautiful faces, but we refuel too. We also get tired. We go out there and tired in terms of energy sucked out, from just the negativity of the world. So we also try to, refuel ourselves. That's why every day the discussions, the books we read, the discussions we have, the constant training constantly just refuels. So you have to create a situation for yourself wherein when you go back, you would have a refueling system, a training system wherein you get to associate with your upline, with your colleague, and on a regular basis, you're growing and you're training yourself. It's just like a workout regime, something you follow every day. Okay, I'm gonna get 10 push-ups here, sit-ups or this or that. Just you follow for 1 hour. You do every day, like some form of a workout. You gotta do this when you go back home. Every day you gotta be doing something related to network marketing and building your business, building your core leaders. You can't just like not plan it. You have to actively draw in people, train together, train them. The more you speak, the more you refuel yourself on a regular basis. Because you become an upline to yourself as well. When you teach, you're refreshing, you're relearning, you're remembering again and again and again, and this pushes you. So it's very important that this fire that was created in VCon, not to die before the next VCon, at least. You understand? Because else you've just wasted another year would pass. You just don't want to be sitting here next VCon and nothing has improved. We failed you. You failed yourself. It's a serious thing, you know what I mean? And I just want to impart this on you. Take it seriously. This is not a joke, you know what I mean? I know you're here, you spend energy, you spend time, you've gone through embarrassment, people humiliated you, saying you're engaging in pyramiding or whatever. What the heck, who cares? They don't know what you're seeing. They're not going to be there on your deathbed. You know what I'm saying? So find your purpose. So the external excitement is good for, a week. But there must be inside excitement, internal excitement that would just keep you going. That's why you gotta find that, those compelling reasons. What's your compelling reason? What's what defines you? What do you need to do? This is core. Or else you just lose it. Well, really, if you look at it, nobody really rejects you. It's not a rejection when someone does not accept. For example, if I come here and offer you a dead dog, would you be receptive to accept? But if I come here offering you a nice gift of a box of chocolate or flowers for the ladies, would you be receptive to give? Yes, because it's a gift. So when you go to someone and you're giving them a presentation, which is a present, and they're running away from you, what does it say? They're thinking you have a dead dog. They're not seeing what you're giving as a gift. So there's a problem now. What is that problem? Is the way you're presenting it. How are you presenting it? Why are they seeing it that way? It's not their problem, it's your problem. It's always your problem, how you're going to present things. Who would reject a gift? Who would reject an additional, not just an additional earning, who would reject an opportunity that could change their lives? Nobody. I've not met anyone who would reject such opportunity. So if you're getting rejections, don't look at the person who's rejecting you. Analyze. Why? Go back to that person, you know what I mean? I want to understand, why are you not accepting the gift I'm giving you? Are you truly giving them a gift, or are you just trying to get a few bucks for that day, for your quota, for your sign up? Would be a whole different approach. Because truly, if you're giving this person an opportunity, okay, he would know. Because your approach would be different. Your focus would be helping him be successful. It's not just a sale and you don't see him tomorrow. Or when he starts calling you, right, you don't help him out. You're not there for him. So for your downlines, you must always be visible, available. You must always be visible for them. You must always be available for them. You must always be there, you know, in terms of the need for support and stuff. Or else they just, I remember in the early days, you know, I worry a lot. When our product was late, I'll immediately call VJ. Oh, you know, the product is not here. Yeah, the product, you know, I was like, he said, okay, while you're waiting for it, why don't you just continue signing people up? You know, there's always going to be that focus of another attention on. The product is not there. I owe you. It's going to come. Don't worry about it. We move. But you need someone who's going to, you know what I mean? You have to be there when your, you know, downlines are worried. They need support. Just like how you're needing. And if you don't have that, you got to also look for that upline who could somehow give you that support. And that's really what's very important in our business, that mentoring relationship. It's difficult to survive without that mentor, without a mentor. There's no athlete who could win a gold without a coach. In fact, I just found out that the most paid professionals are coaches, basketball coaches, football coaches. And you know what's in the next rank as well in terms of highly paid coaches? Business coaches. Now there are business coaches. You are actually a business coach. And don't be embarrassed about it. I'm a business coach. We have a business. We have a powerful business. And how would it be successful? By you coaching a team, coaching someone. And that's a lot. That's an amazing work. It's exciting. What's your job? I'm a business coach. Yeah. Isn't that nice on the card? Instead of a networker, business coach. It sounds good, right? I'm a business coach. Let's see what coaching, the responsibility of coach is just awesome. Because you got to make sure your players win. They get the credit. Coaches don't get gold medals, do they? But do they only get one gold medal? They get gold medals from every person they've coached. That is for them. That's, you know what I mean? They might not have gotten a medal when they were athletes, but the satisfaction of them Having an athlete that would get a medal is more than them getting a medal. So there's achievements things. What we try to, try to what we try to achieve. It's similar. It's in a similar light. That's why if you see most of the videos, most of the talks we have, just Aaron George played this clip, right, of this guy carrying somebody on his back, right, and the coach shouting like that. God, that's the kind of mentor and upline you would want when you're just like so sleepy, you don't want to do presentation anymore. You're just gonna go shout at your face, one more, move, shouting at you nonstop. It's like losing his voice just so that you could be pushed more. Would you be that kind of coach? Because most of us, we would want to be liked by our downline, you know what I mean? The coaches that want to be liked, they're not the good coaches. The coaches you hate is the best, they're the best coaches. The coaches you hate the most are the best coaches you could ever have. Is this true? So find that coach. Be that coach that pushes people, pushes your down. But you cannot just be pushing them. You cannot be a coach if you never took, if you don't have a coach. It just doesn't make sense. All the coaches, all the best coaches in the world had coaches too. So meaning you cannot be a student, you cannot be a teacher without being a student as well. The best coaches are the best students. The best students are the best coaches. It works that way. Every best coach was once a best student. So we're in that business. No difference. So the training you're having here, you're tired, you're not able to sleep, and you're trying to, control that. Your mind is freaking out, you're hungry, you're tired, you're sleepy. It kind of like help you, you know what I mean? Fixate a bit on your priorities. What's your priority? Sleeping or becoming successful in life? What's your priority? Can you fall asleep like that when you have a child sick in the hospital? Same, right? You're not going to sleep. So life is difficult. And it's meant to be. Because it teaches us, it trains us. Let me tell you a story of determination. Okay? Okay. Determination is the most, I would say, one of the most important aspect that you should have. So I remember when I was a young boy, the first lesson I had from my teacher was the lesson on determination. Because kids are not very determined. Hard to wake up in the morning, and you know what I mean? So I was taught the lesson on determination. But I had to hear a story. So I really don't know that, I wasn't aware that I was being taught a lesson on determination. Because I got attracted, because I was a young boy, I got attracted with a story. You know what I'm saying? You know why the Mahabharata was written? To tell you a story. There are valuable lessons in there. And we love stories. We love drama, comedy, romance. Those amazing stories comes with a lesson. So the lesson on determination, when I was a kid, there was this tale of a sparrow. I taught your kids today this story of a sparrow. This sparrow, he laid eggs in a nest beside the shore in the ocean. And when she came back, her nest and eggs were gone. The ocean took it. The waves of the ocean took it. So when she came, it was lost. So she was just tweaking and freaking out, asking the turtle, the fish, asking, her friends, what happened to my nest? Said, oh, the ocean took it. So she went to the ocean and said, my dear ocean, please return my nest. The ocean laughed. How could this little tiny sparrow ordered me? I'm the huge, great ocean. She repeated herself, if you do not return my nest, I'm going to drink you and dry you up. Tiny little sparrow. So the ocean just laughed and laughed. How could this be done? Everyone was laughing. The angels in heaven, the demigods, they were just like witnessing this, the determination of this sparrow, and they were just all cracking up. So she started taking sip with her tiny beak, and she would go to the other side of the ocean and drop the water there, drop by drop. She started the work of drying up the whole ocean by her own self. She didn't ask help from anybody. She was determined to dry up the ocean. Can she do it? Can she actually do it? Physically, not possible. But she did it anyway. And what's her purpose? To get back her egg. And she would not stop until she get back her egg. So that determination sent waved. The vibration sent waved into the universe, wherein this huge mythical bird of Lord Vishnu called Garuda. The Indians know who Garuda is, right? Not the Garuda air, but Garuda could be so huge that he could carry the earth in his palm. He's a giant bird carrier of Lord Vishnu. So he came and said, ocean, return the nest or I will dry you up. He's very huge. So immediately the nest was returned. And this is really what it is. You may be a small person, a small sparrow. But as soon as you embark on a great mission, as soon as you embark on challenging the universe, something that is just impossible for anyone to do, the universe will go out there and help you. It moves. That's why they say mountain moves, ocean would move because of that determination. So you may be small, but your determination must be bigger than planet Earth. It must be bigger than anything. So your purpose must be bigger than you. Right now, you're doing this business, you're just thinking, my family, my kids, put them to school. Why that small? Think bigger than that. Why just help your family where you could help millions of people? If you think this big, then abundance would come. It's very simple. What kind of siphon you open? If you have a small, like if it's raining, you just have a small, what do you call this? Siphon. Yeah, something you siphon things with. If it's small, how much do you get? You could get a bigger one. Create space. And you'll get more. It's not a technique, but that's just how it is. If you have a bigger bucket, there's more water you could fill up than just your tiny little thing, right? Right now, you're just thinking of yourself. So what could you possibly get with your tiny little bucket? Nothing. But if you're going to go out there and help a lot of people, your bucket's got to be bigger. And with a bigger bucket, you'll have more for yourself than for everyone. And this is what networking offers us. It's bigger than us. And we must just take the challenge. So are you guys going to take the challenge? That's the question. When you go home, would you take the challenge? Would you actually go out there and challenge the ocean? Give me my nest. Because all of you, all of us, we're just, at the end of the day, fighting for our rice bowls, right? But I'm not just going to fight for my rice bowl. Something bigger. So when you go home, jot this down. What is this big thing? What is this big thing that I need to do? I have to know that. That is I need to achieve it. What is this big thing I need to do for others? So let me go there and face this. Having the determination of this little sparrow, but I know I have the backing of Garuda on my back. Or else we've wasted another 5 days of VCon. Please. I want to sort of like really get into each and every one of your heart and really somehow make you understand that this is serious. And you cannot, it's only you who could make it happen for yourself. Nobody else. I cannot help you more than this. So if I could like slap your faces, each and every one of you, I'll do it physically, even if you would hate me, if that would wake your brain up so that you may see what we see, what you could achieve. Because that's what I felt VJ would do to me every day, slap me on the face. Literally. When I'm giving up, when I'm just being lazy, when I'm just, you know what I'm saying? And he doesn't care if I would hate him. So I really don't care if I would upset you and get into your nerve tonight. as long as I could get across this message. Guys, wake up. Let's face this challenge together. We've not even 19 years, it's just a beginning. 19 years of QNet, we've not even scraped the planet. And until today, we're still looking for that 1,000 powerful leaders that could actually carry the planet. We need that. This training, you know, this special force training, we need to. We just started. We could do so much. We need your help. You need our help. So we could all do this together. You know? And whatever achievements, whatever, we cross the river together. It's very powerful. You can't do this alone. We can't do this alone. This is the only message I want you to carry back home with you. The rest, how to do things, prospecting, networking, there's so much information online. You could read about it. We're here so that you could see that we're real. We're real people. You could see the company. We fly our lawyers here, our directors, just so that you could meet them. They go up on stage, just so that you could see, hey, we're real people. So that when you go home, you have that faith, you have that belief. So even if we don't see each other again, that impression has already been in you. And that should be good enough to carry you back to where you need to be. Thank you so much.